Can infinite cosmic clones stop Mario from beating Boss Blitz Galaxy? In Super Mario Galaxy 2 World S, Boss Blitz Galaxy can be found as one of the final levels to the game. In this galaxy, Mario must battle 5 bosses from Super Mario Galaxy 1 as a throwback challenge. The 5 bosses are Dino Piranha, King Kaliente, Major Burrows, Bouldergeist, and the Fiery Dino Piranha. Now normally this level isn't super difficult because there are 2 different areas where you can acquire a 6 health boost, but today we're upping the amount of foes Mario must deal with. Infinite Cosmic Clones will be chasing Mario through this challenge, and quite honestly, it's going to be kinda brutal. I hope you enjoy this bizarre challenge. And if you like videos like this, consider subscribing right now because I love making them. So in Boss Blitz Galaxy, we have 6 planets that we need to go to, 5 boss domains, and an intermediate planet before the final fight. We will be placing an Infinite Cosmic Clone spawner at the start of the level, and the spawner will trigger as soon as Mario appears. Because of the way spawners work, this spawner will actually snap to Mario's position after any cutscene, which is annoying. Starting the level off, I was actually very worried. Dino Piranhas are terrible to fight with Cosmic Clones, as I tried it a long time ago. And with this level, we technically have 2 total. The reason why they're terrible is because anytime a cutscene occurs, there's a very high chance we will take damage. Cutscenes typically place Mario in the same exact spot, which is the area Mario first encountered the boss. So it constantly warps you right to the Cosmic Clone Summoner, and there's a very high chance you will take damage because of this. These guaranteed damage hits means you can't make any mistakes, because Dino Piranhas have like 3 cutscenes, and there's only 1 coin available in this fight. The longer we take, the worse this fight gets too, because the planet simply gets overrun. You need to have at least 2 health usually to defeat the boss, because there's like an 80% chance you'll take damage as soon as the boss defeat cutscene is over. The camera doesn't even move back over to Mario before the lad just kills over. It sucks so bad. Like I was saying, this battle is honestly pretty difficult because you can't take damage at all outside the cutscene hits. But if you manage to pull it off, you'll coast on over to King Kaliente. But you must do a short hop or move as soon as you land, otherwise you'll die immediately. As a heads up, I can't tell if there's any benefit to skipping cutscenes either, as I haven't really noticed a difference in clones straight up killing me, regardless if I button mash like a maniac. King Kaliente's planet is basically a giant lava donut, which is actually super helpful for keeping clones at bay. We form a giant conga line as we dance around our fire god, and hope we don't die. Once the king starts playing tennis with his watermelons though, we have to double back into the line to make sure we make a connecting hit. And this can certainly kill us. I begin to think that honestly, the only way to survive cutscene damage on this planet is to go to the underside and pick up the extra health. I really wish this wasn't the case, but with no coins available, I believe it will simply die from the cutscene damage gamble after this fight, or at the start of the next one. Now with the power of shrooms coursing through my veins, I return topside to my clone army and take the boss encounter really slow. I stutter my walking so the clones don't overrun the planet, and after a while, the giant lava squid goes down. To my surprise, this death animation for this boss does not reset Mario's position. So, in theory, I could have made it through this fight with 1 HP. Having 6 hit points obviously makes encounters a lot easier, so I will make it my goal to try to get through conflicts without dropping to 3. Treating the health gauge like this is similar to the standard health gauge, I suppose. But Major Burrows is a pretty rough opponent with Cosmic Clones, so even with 6 health, there are times I just got obliterated. Because of all the rocks and clones, it makes it pretty difficult to approach the boss to hit them after they come topside. Normally, you'd run backwards after they pop up, but you can't go directly backwards, otherwise you'll run to clones. I'd be lying if I said this giant mole didn't beat me senseless. I think the major issue with this boss is that you're supposed to let them get extremely close when they're running at you the second time. But the timing on this becomes annoying, since a clone will approach you in that moment. Oftentimes, Major Burrows will retreat into the mob of clones, and you don't have much of a chance of catching up to them. If a clone hits you, there is no way you'll land an attack. But if you find a clear spot of land and try to draw Burrows out, you can get lucky if he staggers on his own rocks. I then get my final hit on him, and use the crystallized coin on the map to boost my health back up to 5. Onward to Bouldergeist. At this point in the level, there's both a checkpoint and a hungry Illuma who can give you another full heal. I already have 5 HP though, so I grab one of the coins before the fight and head on down. I didn't know how to feel about Bouldergeist, honestly. There's a lot that goes on in this fight in terms of objects and enemy abilities, and I had no idea if the Cosmic Clones would cause the Shadow Boost to explode on contact. If that was the case, this boss would be pretty much impossible. Thankfully, this is not the case. So I try to make short work of Phase 1 before the arena becomes overrun with clones. I go all the way out against the edge of the arena so that I can utilize the circumference of the giant circle and force the clones to the outer edges. This keeps the arena clear and less chaotic. I guess I never realized that all of Bouldergeist's melee attacks can't reach the outer edges either. This makes this safe spot really handy, as we only have to watch for these stone throw attacks. We could then retreat in front of our line and snatch up the booze. Even with the strategy in place though, I still goofed up a lot. The unpredictability of clones is almost too much to keep track of once you start swinging the booze. I eventually get the flow of the boss down, but because I can't take the time to attack at the most opportune moments, I essentially have to just take what I can get. This sucks because the hand blocks shots, and even if the hands are defeated, they can regenerate after a cycle or two. But the clones keep filling up the arena. I eventually get the opportunity I'm looking for, but I was struggling to get close enough to hit him and finish the fight. I missed my first swing and take damage, but managed to hit him on a follow-up before the phase reset for the boss. With this, Bouldergeist goes down, and we move on to another very annoying boss. Like I mentioned before, Dino Piranhas are just the worst because of the cutscene damage that can occur. So of course, lighting one on fire is only going to make things more dire. There's also a plant before the boss, and we have to be careful not to get hit by clones on the plant, as launch stars can be tricky. What's nice is that the opening boss cutscene actually delays the clone spawn, so we can safely get away. I start the fight after grabbing the crystallized coin, and make a very short hop jump so I can avoid damage after the cutscene. Thankfully, it works. The first hit on the boss is fairly easy since the arena isn't full of clones yet, but after damaging the boss, there's no way to avoid damage before the camera comes back to Mario. After running around a bit, I managed to get a clean second hit, and due to my position, there wasn't any risk from the clones. This damage doesn't trigger a cutscene either, so Mario doesn't get warped. Now we only have to hit the boss one more time. My mind starts to melt from clones flooding the plant, but the third hit comes very soon. Of course, I take damage as soon as the star spawns, because I can't move, which does drop my health to normal. Without the health boost, that would have been a death. But regardless, I celebrate with an elaborate cosmic clone ritual. I goof up and take damage again, and terror fills my mind as I just say screw it and grab the star. Leaving Bouldergeist with full health would have prevented me from losing my health gauge, so I do think it's possible to do the entire level without boosted health too. But it's honestly very difficult. I died a lot, and that certainly doesn't come across in the video as much. But yeah, it is possible to beat Boss Blitz Galaxy with infinite cosmic clones. It's a chore, but it can be done. I hope you enjoyed this video. Subscribe if you did, and I'll see you all soon. Cheers!